How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I know who the brand new World Series reward is, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, as you can see, the new season starts up tomorrow featuring 2 World Series rewards, and one of them will be a flashback pitcher and the other a legend hitter. SDS has already tweeted this screenshot and said the first World Series reward is a 3-time Silver Slugger infielder. And that's the exact picture that we're looking at right here. Now, a lot of people think, well, this is a Marlins player. And I think it is a Rockies player. I think that this purple outline is depicting that. I also see a Rockies infielder on the screen in the bottom right. And this is going to be Vinny Castilla. Silver Slugger, Vinny Castilla. It won't be a 99 overall, but he will be pretty good. And this was a team affinity card in last year's game. Typically, they do not like to repeat the same World Series cards over and over again. We kind of have them cycled through, and that's one of the reasons why I think the flashback pitcher could be Lucas Giolito. Lucas Giolito was a part of the Forever event in MLB The Show 21, and I don't think he'll have this good of hits per 9, but everything else seems to be kind of where we're at with the rest of the attributes on most of the players in the game. Right? If he had maybe 110 hits per 9, because it is a no-hitting version of the card, I think that would be pretty nice. The other option I'm thinking of is James Paxton. I would have to think we're going to get an American League flashback pitcher, and it could be really anyone, right? There are so many guys to choose from. I think that clue is harder to pick, especially when we don't have any type of screenshot or any type of clue to go off of. Let me know who you think we're going to get as World Series rewards in tomorrow's content update. But for the remainder of this video, I'm going to be getting into some event gameplay, trying out a variety of cards. Yesterday, I unlocked Randy Johnson, so I do have a few brand new diamonds that I can try out in this event. We're going to be using Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We're going to be using a couple different guys here and there, but that's the main one in the starting lineup. But all around, I'm having a ton of fun with MLB The Show. I'm excited about the brand new ranked season. I am about 780, somewhere in there. I'm only in the DS division, so I don't think I'll have time to make it into the World Series. But I do have the Dontrelle Willis card. I am probably going to try and pick up a couple of the other World Series rewards because they tend to go up in price. And I also think we're going to get a big collection and a stub sale happening within the next couple of weeks. I talked about in my last 2 videos how I think it's going to be released on May 13th. So that is something to keep in mind. You will want to have a lot of cards in your inventory around that time frame. That's just some things that I'm speculating. But this event so far, a lot of fun. I like the fact that we can choose our stadium. I'm playing at a variety of created stadiums in this video, and I like that aspect. I think that's pretty cool. The ball just absolutely flies at most of these created stadiums. But anyway, I am curious to see if these brand new World Series rewards are going to be right at that same overall as the most recent program. I'm curious if they're going to be at a 93 or a 94, maybe even a 95. I think it might be a little bit too early for 95 overall World Series rewards. The last ones were 91 overall, so I don't really know. I do want to try out that Vinny Castilla, though, because last year I didn't really use him at all. I mean, he came out around, what was it, Season 3, Team Affinity. And that was at the point in the year where we already had, tons of options, so many players to choose from, and I didn't really want to try him out. But this year, if he is released earlier on, if I am correct about my prediction and about the clue, then I think then I will probably try him out. I think he would be a pretty good option, at least at this point in the game cycle. And then as far as Lucas Giolito or James Paxton goes, it could also be a flashback closing pitcher, right? It could be a right-handed closing pitcher. We've gotten quite a few left-handed closing pitchers released recently, and I was trying to think of a few flashback closers that we could see in the game. And the only guy I was really thinking about that would kind of match up with that overall might be Darren O'Day. I know he has a gold card as a part of the Orioles collection. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking about him. I think he might be a decent option, but I would rather have, Lucas Giolito or James Paxton as a part of those World Series options, but those guys are much higher in overall too, so it depends on what they do with those cards, if we are correct. But sometimes these videos are the most fun to make because I know that we're going to have Vinny Castilla as one of the rewards. I don't think there's any other option. I don't think the Marlins have an infielder with 3 Silver Sluggers. I just don't think that that picture matches up with that clue. But Vinny Castilla absolutely does. I think that would be the only reason why they put that purple player's background, or at least outline of the player in purple, on that graphic, would be because of a Rockies player. I think the Marlins field is almost to kind of throw us off. I did think about the possibility of the developers putting Edward Cabrera in this clip facing Vinny Castilla to try to throw us off a little bit, to kind of troll the community, because they know how many people were using Edward Cabrera right around this same time last year. That's just something that I thought about. I think that would be pretty funny, but I do think the World Series reward is going to be Vinny Castilla and somebody else, right? I don't know who else it would be. Lucas Giolito is definitely the first pitcher that comes to mind, just kind of based on how he was released last year, where we're at with the game cycle, and the fact that they could easily nerf that card because it was just from one game, and, you know, kind of how they supercharged these guys that the Mets just had a combined no-hitter. They supercharged them up to like a 93 or 94 maybe. I could see that same type of thing with Lucas Giolito. Not supercharged and not necessarily exactly what I just said, but kind of nerfed from a 98 to a 94 because it was just a one-game card in last year. I don't know. That's just something I'm thinking about. But here we're trying to finish off this event. I'm at about 12 wins or so, trying to get to that 15 mark, trying to unlock Wade Boggs and Johnny Bench. I think Johnny Bench is going to be extremely valuable in a couple of weeks. There are only a handful of postseason players right now, and I don't think you'll have to collect, you know, a ton of these guys. But this will be the first stage to the program. Last year we had 99 overall Mariano Rivera released as a part of the collection, and I don't know, I think it might be a position player this time around. So you're going to want to have a variety of cards in your binder. This Vinny Castilla Silver Slugger Awards card will probably help out with that. Who knows, it might not even be a Silver Slugger card, because typically those are the best versions of that player that we would see. I don't know. Once again, I'm kind of going all over the place in this video, but I wanted to put my thoughts out there and kind of what I was thinking about in this prediction. But that's going to do it for this video. I'm College Lefty, and hopefully we see a great pitcher reward. We're also going to have Lightning Andre Dawson released soon, but I'm like 99.9% sure that we are going to have Vinny Castilla tomorrow in the game. Until next time, peace out.